Yeah, so welcome to Maths with Ish once again. So we have a question on inequality which says solve for x. Now, most of the time students are tempted to solve this like an equation. No, inequality has its own rules, okay? So then don't be tempted to go and do cross multiply and do those rubbish. Now, what we're going to do now is to first of all write this as 3x minus 7 all over x plus 3 bracket x minus 3. Remember, this is our difference of two squares, okay? And then the next thing we're going to do is to find the critical points. The critical point is just for you to equate both the numerator and the denominators with 0 and get the value of x. So we want to get the critical points now, okay? So our critical point, let me call it CR, will be 3x minus 7 equal to 0. And from here, we are going to have that x is equal to 7 over 3. Our next critical point will be x plus 3 equal to 0. From here, we're having that x is equal to minus 3. Our next critical point is x minus 3 equal to 0. From here, x is equal to what? It's equal to 3. So these are the critical points we have gotten so far. 7 over 3 minus 3 over minus 3 and then 3. Now these critical points, these are what we're going to now use to do our sign analysis to now get the range of values of x which we are looking for. Okay, so first of all, if we arrange these critical points in order of size, we have minus 3 the smallest, followed by 7 over 3, and then followed by 3. When we add the two extremes, which is the the plus infinity at the end and then the minus infinity at the first, we are going to have this set of values. So this is what we're going to use now to test our signs, okay? This is what we're going to use for our analysis, our sign analysis. Okay, so we are going to take them in pairs. So if we take this first interval, minus infinity and minus 3, this is the first interval we're going to test. And then the next one I'm going to test is this 2, minus 3 and 7 over 3. And then the next interval I'm going to test is this 2, 7 over 3 and then 3. And then the next interval we're going to test is this last 2, 3 and infinity. So we are going to test them and put them inside this function. So let's assume that this function is our f of x, okay? So now, if we take this interval minus infinity and minus 3, if I choose any number that falls within this, so let me take minus 4 for instance. Let's take minus 4 for instance. So if I take my x as minus 4, then my f of minus 4, if I substitute minus 4 into this, I've already done that. If I substitute minus 4 into this f of x, I'm going to have my answer as minus 11 over 21, and this value is less than 0. I do the same thing. I come to this next interval. I have minus 3 and 7 over 3. The number I can choose between this is 0. So if I take f of 0, anywhere I see x, I replace it with 0 in this function. If I do that, I'm going to have 7 over 9. And this number is greater than 0. For this interval, if I choose 4, if I take 2.5, if I take 2.5, I slot in 2.5 into this function, I'm going to have minus 0.18, okay, approximately, and this number is less than 0. If I check this as well, if I check this interval, I put 4 for this interval, I'm going to have, if I put 4 into this, I'm going to have 5 over 7, and this number is greater than 0. Okay, so if you check this, the interval that is actually valid here is this first one, because this is less than 0. So we need this. This is valid. This is valid. These two are not valid. Is that clear? So which means that our answer is the interval, our range of value of x is this interval, which is Okay, so we can now see that this interval and this interval are the ones that are actually valid, which means that our value of x falls in that um, interval. So our value for x will be minus infinity is less than or equal to x is less than minus 3. Remember, minus 3 is not included because it will make this expression to be to be undefined. And then another range of value of x is this one, which is what? Which is 7 over 3 is less than or equal to x is less than 3. This is also not going to include 3 because 3 will be what? Undefined as well. So this is our solution to this problem. This solution is minus infinity less than or equal to x less than minus 3, and then 7 over 3 is less than or equal to x is less than 3. So I hope you've gained value. Thanks for watching. Do have a great day. Bye.